Well, hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the song Jesus Paid It All. I'm partial to this one, it's one of my faves. We're going to be looking at the recording from Worship Circle with Kim Walker-Smith leading this song. And it's the first time I've ever seen a woman leading the song, which I think is great. But that means we're going to be in a different key than we've usually been playing this song in. For about the past 10 to 15 years, usually played it in B, capoed on the 4th fret and playing like you're in G and playing with those shapes. And this recording is in G flat. So if you are leading this and you're a woman or you're playing for a female worship leader and she wants to do it in the same key as Kim Walker, then Kim Walker-Smith, excuse me, got to get the last name in there, and she wants to do it in the same key, you have a couple options. You can play it like the way we've been playing it for years in G shapes, like when you capo on the 4th fret and play it in B, and you can just tune the entire guitar down a half step, and then when you play it in G, in open G, you'll be in G flat. But for the sake of this instructional video, most of us are probably going to be tuned normal, like myself today, and if that's the case with you, you can just capo 2 and play in E, and you're going to be in G flat. And so the chords for this song, I'm going to walk through them. There's a whole host of chords, a plethora, if you will, since it's a hymn. Thank you, those writers from the 1800s, for including so many chords. We'll start with the intro of the song. It's 3 chords that rock back and forth. It starts with the 1, or in this case, G flat. And in this song, we're going to play our 1 like this. So it's our first finger barred over the 5th and 4th string on the 4th fret, and then our pinky is going to stay right here on the 3rd string on the 6th fret for almost the entire song. And for the entire song, these top 2 strings are always going to be open. So this makes this G flat just a root 5 chord. There's no 3rd in it, and it sounds big and open. And that's going to be our 1 chord. Second chord in the intro is the 4 chord, and all we got to do to make that chord is just move this finger from barring right here to just grabbing this 1 note right here on the 4th string. And that's our 4 chord, which in this case is a B add 2, or a B2 chord. So that's our 4 chord. And then our 2 chord, a little tricky here. You can think of it, it's a 2 minor or a 2 minor sus with a 7 on top, because again, we're keeping these notes open the whole time. But the way that we're playing this chord is you put your first finger on the 4th fret on the 6th string, and you let it drag over the 5th string, muting it so that you don't really hear that. And then you put your ring finger on the 6th fret of the 4th string, and again, leaving the pinky where it's been this whole time on the 6th fret on the 3rd string, and then leaving these open. That's our 2 chord for this song, and that's going to come back later, so remember that. And then it goes back to the 4. So the entire intro again is just 1, 4, 2, or in this case, A flat minor 7 sus, but we'll just call it 2 for the sake of this instructional video. 2 chord, then back to the 4 chord. And that's the turnarounds every time. So moving on to the verse, starts with the 1, and then it goes to the 5, which we'll do just like this. And really it's kind of a 5 sus, but it's the 5. Or in this case, a D flat sus, but again, for the sake of keeping it simple, a 5 chord. And for this particular version, we're going to play that with our first finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string, and our ring finger on the 6th fret of, first finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string, ring finger on the 6th fret of the 4th string. And again, the pinky where it's been, and these notes open. That's our 5 chord. So, and then it goes back to the 1 chord. Then it goes to the 6 chord. And for the sake of this song, the way we're going to always play our 6 so that we can, again, keep as many connected notes throughout the song as possible. It just keeps it nice and pretty. We're going to just keep like when you're doing this one chord and you have your finger barred right here, we're going to add our ring finger right here on the 6th fret of the 5th string. So it's ring finger, first finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then again, pinky where it's been, these notes open. So every time we play a 6th chord in this song, this is what it's going to be. And all that is a E flat minor 7. So the verse again starts on the 1, goes to the 5, 1, 6 to the 4, then 1, 5, 1. So again, the whole verse is 1, 5, 1, 6, 4, 1, 5, 1. Then it goes to the chorus, and these chords are 1, 6, 1 over 3. So we're going to play our 1 the same way we've been playing it, but we're just going to put the 3rd of the 1 in the bass. So if this is the 1 right here open, we go up 2 whole steps, there's the 3rd, and we're going to put our ring finger on the 6th fret on the 6th string, and then that gives us a 1 over 3. So the chorus again. 1, 6, 1 over 3 to the 5, then 1 over 3 again to the 4, 1, 5, 1. So the whole chorus again is 1, 6, 1 over 3, 5, 1 over 3, 4, 1, 5, 1. So that brings us to the bridge of this song. And the bridge, it's going to start on a 1 and go to 1 sus, which we'll actually finger that like this. And then it'll go to a 1, and it's going to put the 3rd back into the chord right there, and then 1 sus. It's just going to rock between that as it builds with the entire band. You're going to want to save some energy for later on when we go into the rest of the progression for the bridge, because you'll feel the band building, or even if you're leading this by yourself, you want some room to go somewhere else and make the song bigger at the end when the bridge kicks in. So they sing, on this particular recording, they sing a few cycles through like that, building, and then when they go into the other progression for the bridge, it's this. 1, and then it has this passing note in between. This 1 over 3, which we had earlier in our chorus. So that if you need a little review, that's just taking the 1 and putting your ring finger on the 6th fret of the 6th string. So 1, 3, 4, 3, and then walk down to that 2 that we had earlier, and I turn around at 2 sus. 3, 4. So that again is 1, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1. And that's all the parts to this song. Lots of chords there. But just to say, as you're playing this song, if you're by yourself, or even with the band, on this particular recording, it's carried a lot by the piano at the beginning, so you may just want to play a little less, and we'll play along with the recording here in a minute, and you'll see that at the beginning, I don't really play that much. I'm just kind of spelling out the chords, and then kind of playing what the piano is playing when it gets to the verse, actually picking a little bit like that. And then when it got to the first chorus, I started strumming a little bit, and I'm just doing straight eighths, but I'm kind of accenting every other one, so. So the turnaround there. And again, you always kind of want to leave a little room to grow. You never want to be on 10 until the end of the song on this. And when we get to that bridge, all that's pretty much straight eighths again as well. Like sometimes I might diamond and then come down and play the bottom of the guitar though. I might pick up a little bit different pattern once the whole band is in, just to give some more space. So one other last note on this song, just to think, not a lot of songs that we do are in 3/4, but this song is in 3/4. And we have songs like Reckless Love that are in 6/8, and it has this big swingy motion to it. But most songs that we play are in 4/4, and they're pretty straight. This one's in 3/4, and it has almost that waltz kind of feel, which would have been, But what we're doing is putting that accent towards the back half of each measure on beat 3 when we're in the bridge. That's where the movement is, like. Say helps you feel it better. If it helps you feel the song a little bit better, and count it so that you can kind of know where it kind of ebbs and flows and pushes and pulls. I don't know. We just don't do a lot of songs that are in 3/4 these days, so kind of refreshing and something new and a tip of the hat back to the past. So hope you enjoy that. Now let's put all that together and you can hear it in context. So.
Savior say, thy strength indeed is small. Child of weakness, watch and pray. Find in me thine all in all. Jesus paid it all. All to him I owe. Sin had left a crimson stain. He washed it white as snow. See shall still repeat. Jesus paid it all to him I owe. Sin had left a crimson stain, he washed it white as snow. Jesus paid it all to him I owe. Sin had left a crimson stain, he washed it white as snow. He washed it white as snow. He washed it white as snow. Praise the one who paid my debt and raised this life from the dead. Praise the one who paid my debt and raised this life from the dead. Praise the one who paid my debt and raised this life from the dead. Praise the one who paid my debt and raised this life from the dead. Praise the one who paid my debt and raised this life from the dead. Praise the one who paid my debt and raised this life from the Jesus paid it all to him I owe. Sin had left a crimson stain, he washed it white as snow. Sing that again. Jesus paid it all.